on Allegra Stratton. We don't even know if Allegra Stratton was at the party. Allegra Stratton left her job because a video emerged where she was seen not to be taking seriously the rules. It's an entirely separate issue whether that party went ahead and who was at the party, and the fact that if a party went ahead, it broke the rules. Waters. And what I found extraordinary, Aisha, yesterday was that the Prime Minister kept saying to Keir Starmer, you're the one muddying the waters and you're playing politics with this. Well, how is it playing politics if there were laws in place and the people who were responsible for making the laws were breaking them? And then you stick to it and you expect everyone else to do the same thing.
I couldn't
talking about it.
Understood.
Right
and
now.
I was obeying the regulations the same as everybody else.
How did they think they could get away with having so many people at a time when, you know, we spoke to an A&E doctor yesterday whose father was diagnosed with COVID on December the 18th, and he died.
Well,
not long after to go.
Well, you've already heard
vote a year ago. I would know about it. I would have known about it on the night because we were under Tier 3 regulations and that was not allowed. Do you not find it inconceivable that Boris Johnson still doesn't know what happened on his... He's still claiming that he doesn't know what happened.
On top of that,
and again, which is why you go back
conceivable?
And again, which is why...
In Downing Street, as you're making a decision to keep your children and parents-in-law away from your husband? What does it make you feel?
Exactly, and I just sort of...
he should go if he has lied or misled Parliament. Do you think the same thing? Well, I think that it came with surprises, even for me, knowing you so well and having been through all of this experience.
Yeah.
And I think, therefore, for the viewers, it will have done particularly... I think for me, what really struck me was... You know, you talk about the fact that sometimes there's no communication at all. Two of you jumped into the water and only one of you came out and you saved that woman's life. Good morning, Britain. It has just gone 6:30. Welcome to the programme. So, yesterday we saw a resignation, but it was the resignation of the spokesperson who was in the video. And the reason that she resigned was because she was laughing about how she would respond if she was asked a question about a party that the Prime Minister still has not confirmed went ahead, even though he says all the rules were followed at that party. Once again, I have to say, it is the responsibility of those trenchant political commentators, Anton Deck, to really sum this up. This was Anton Deck on I'm a Celebrity last night. Yes, Anton Deck, thanks very much. Indeed, even Sir Keir Starmer in the House of Commons pointed out that once you've lost Anton Deck, really, you're sort of lost. We're joined by the former leader on the programme. It has been, as you suggest, crunching the legals over this. During that period, there were only 2 legal ways to have an indoor gathering of more than 30 people. There were permitted organised gatherings, but that would mean guests weren't allowed to mingle with anyone not in their household. That doesn't seem to apply. And the only other legal route was if the gathering was reasonably necessary for work. It seems doubtful any kind of party held for more than 30 people indoors where COVID was more likely to spread would be reasonably necessary for work.
It just...
Or on the restrictions, and we'll be speaking to Sajid Javid, the Health Secretary, later on this show.
We thought we would speak to him yesterday.
Yes.
But for some reason, there was no government minister out yesterday morning. But, yeah, looking forward to talking to him at 8:30. Still to come on the programme. He shot to fame in Cold later on.
You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV.
See you in a moment.
6:58. Time now for the big Christmas competition. It's the big Christmas competition, not the small one,
not
the medium one.
Just any Christmas.
We brought out the big one.
Yep. What's the prize worth?
Oh, it's big. With big prizes worth more than £230,000. Actually, that is pretty big. Here's Andy with all the details.
By any measure.
Gone 5 minutes after 7.
Boris Johnson has rushed forward new COVID restrictions in England to combat the rapid spread of the Omicron variant, with infections predicted to reach 1 million by the end of the month.
Meanwhile, the Conservatives have admitted there was a party last December at their Westminster headquarters when indoor social mixing was banned. Kate, right, 7:15. The Prime Minister is facing a backlash from some Conservative MPs after announcing the Plan B restrictions at a time when the government is in crisis over the lockdown Christmas party scandal. One Tory backbencher also called on the Health Secretary to resign as he announced the measures in the Commons.
Well, joining us now...
Thanks, Andy. Now, still to come, you will remember this story. I remember being on air on this show, interviewing him.
Joaquin Garcia and Bernard Cozier have been together since that tragic night, as there are calls for a special tribute to honour Jimmy. We're going to see them both shortly. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. 8:48, he broke viewing records with the hit crime series Bloodlands earlier this year, and now acclaimed actor James Nesbitt is back with a gritty new Netflix drama.
But last night, the Coldfeed star took on a very different role alongside the likes of David Beckham, Olivia Colman and Tom Hiddleston to mark 75 years of UNICEF, and James joins UNICEF. I mean, there are celebrity events and there are celebrity events. This is one of the big ones, isn't it? It's great of children's charities. We think, why? Why do we have to even have a charity organisation to support children? Well, that's what really society and government should do.
Well,
There was a report out this week about children here and about how it has impacted their education, their communication, their social skills.
Well, you know, I've got...
First year faced eviction if they held any kind of indoor social gathering.
And
about all the drama that is happening, of course, at the top of the tree in government, but you are always involved in drama.
We're talking about your career.
Filming.
I was very... I was good, so I was blessed. But, I mean, you know, I was very lucky. I mean, as you say, that sense of isolation.
Little Arthur, who was locked down with his abusers during lockdown. I know, it was a desperate time for
and that is the whole point, to go back.
That, of course, got us through lockdown. And I don't say this glibly, was television. Because for a lot of people on their own, that connection, that voice, was sometimes the only thing that they heard. And,
absolutely.
And you must feel that as an actor, that kind of sense that there was that bond with the audience.
Oh, come on. That's enough from James Nesbitt. Thank you very much. He'll never be coming back on again.
Back tomorrow from 6. Now it's time to join Lorraine.